Discipline has a branding problem. Your brain has been taught to see it as punishment, as restriction, as something you force yourself to do when motivation dies. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Your brain doesn't hate discipline. It hates how you've been using it, because discipline, when aligned with how the brain actually works, doesn't feel like suffering. It feels like relief, stability, even satisfaction. And today, we're gonna do something different. Not build willpower, not push harder, not become a machine. Instead, we're gonna trick your brain into wanting discipline. Your brain has one primary job: keep you alive, using the least amount of energy possible. From an evolutionary perspective, discipline looks dangerous. It means delayed rewards, discomfort now for benefit later, repeating boring actions, saying no to pleasure. To your brain, this looks like risk with no guarantee. So it activates resistance, procrastination, rationalization, fatigue. I'll start tomorrow. This isn't laziness. This is neurobiology. Your brain is wired to prefer immediate dopamine, predictable comfort, novelty, emotional relief. So if discipline feels like pain with no payoff, your brain will sabotage it every time. Not because you're weak, but because the system is misaligned. Before we go deeper, if this already explains something you've struggled to put into words, take a second to subscribe, like, and share this video. It helps this channel reach people who want real psychological tools, not hype. Alright, let's rewire this properly. Your brain doesn't evaluate discipline logically. It evaluates it emotionally. It asks one question: what usually happens when I do this? If the answer is stress, self-criticism, overwhelm, failure, exhaustion, your brain tags discipline as threat. So the first trick is simple but powerful. Never let discipline be the source of pain. Let me explain. Most people do this. They set unrealistic goals, fail, shame themselves, then try again with more pressure. This teaches the brain discipline equals emotional punishment, so it resists harder next time. Instead, we flip the association. Discipline must become predictable, small, safe, rewarding. Your brain needs to trust discipline before it likes it. This will hurt your ego, but it will free your brain. The fastest way to make your brain like discipline is to make discipline impossible to fail. Not impressive, not intense, not aesthetic, embarrassingly small. Example: 5 push-ups, 2 minutes of reading, opening the document, 1 paragraph, 1 sentence. Your brain doesn't care about transformation, it cares about completion. Completion releases dopamine. Dopamine teaches this behavior is worth repeating. Once dopamine is attached, discipline stops feeling heavy. It starts feeling familiar, and familiarity feels safe. Motivation is emotional weather. Discipline is architecture. Your brain prefers routines because they reduce decision fatigue, lower uncertainty, conserve energy. So the trick is this: remove choice. Same time, same place, same trigger. Not when I feel like it, but after X, I do Y. Examples: after brushing teeth, stretch. After coffee, write. After work, walk. The brain loves if-then rules. They bypass resistance. Over time, discipline becomes automatic, and automatic feels effortless. Most people reward results. Your brain prefers identity confirmation. Instead of, I'll feel good when I finish, use, this is who I am. I'm someone who shows up. I'm someone who keeps promises. I'm disciplined, even when it's boring. This activates the self-consistency bias. Your brain wants your actions to match your identity, so discipline becomes self-expression, not self-punishment. This is where most people fail. They use discipline as a weapon. They talk to themselves like enemies, but your brain listens to tone more than content. So change the internal language. From I have to, I choose to. From I'm lazy, I'm learning. From I failed, I gathered data. Safety creates consistency. Consistency creates discipline. At some point, something shifts. Discipline stops feeling heavy. You don't argue with yourself as much. You don't wait for motivation. You just do it. Not because you're forcing yourself, but because your brain now associates discipline with stability, self-respect, calm, control. And that's the real secret. Discipline isn't about becoming harder. It's about becoming aligned. Discipline is not control. It's self-trust, practiced daily. When your brain learns that, you don't overwhelm it, you don't betray it, you don't punish it, it stops resisting. And when resistance disappears, discipline feels natural. If this changed how you see disciplines, subscribe to the channel. If this gave you clarity, like the video, it helps more than you think. And if someone you know struggles with consistency, share this with them. Not to push them, but to help them understand their brain. Until next time, be patient with yourself.